What's up there, Mass 7? Mr. Bolger coming to you live from my desk at home. Le Chalet Bolger, I guess. Today we are on 11.7. We're talking about integer operations. You guys are going to love this because it's starting with our order of operations again. I spelled it out super nice and clear. Again, step one is grouping. We got, look at that mustache bracket. Those are just on point. Here's our absolute values. Different kind of brackets. We also have any type of square roots. So again, whenever you see something like this, you take care of the business inside as best you can before you resolve the group, whether it's the square root or the absolute value. Maybe you're multiplying something outside. So business inside and then outside before you get to exponents. And again, we're talking about either exponents, which is the power. All right, so maybe the power of 2 or the square root. So that's when you would resolve this square root, is at this stage. First, it's the business inside, and then you take the square root of it all. That's step 2. Step 3, of course, multiplication, division, left to right, then addition, subtraction, left to right. Okay? Should be a lot of review. And so here, we're going to practice 18 minus 12 divided by 4. What comes first? That's when you pause. Okay. First, we're going to divide, guys. But we're dividing negative 12 by negative 4. So what I could do is I could either divide 12 by negative 4 and get negative 3, but then I'm subtracting negative 3, so that's going to make me add. It doesn't matter if this negative sign is subtraction or if it's attached as a negative, we're still going to end up with positive 3. 18 plus 3, or 18 minus negative 3, right? It turns into positive. That gives us 21 as our answer. So when you subtract a negative, it becomes addition. We've been talking about that these past few days. Okay. Here's another one. That's a 9. Good old 9. Niner, niner. Okay, and again, we're taking care of the group first. I'm going to rewrite everything. Then we're going to take care of multiplication next. Herp. Now, I've got negative 6 and I'm adding negative 15. I'm not subtracting it, so this doesn't become positive. I'm just combining these two negative numbers. If I've got negative $6 in debt and I have $15 in debt, well, that's going to give me negative 21. No, 21 is not the number of the day. It just happens to be the answer again. Okay, here's another one. You guys are welcome to pause this whenever you need to. Leave a comment down below if you have questions, comments. I really loved hearing some of your guys' comments yesterday. Or emails, of course. Always welcome to do that as well. So what's first? Well, I multiply and then divide from left to right. So I'm going to multiply this guy. Right? There's nothing I could do inside here. That's why it's not grouping. So we go to the next step. No exponents. Boom. Multiplication, division from left to right. So I'm going to multiply this. And since it's not connected with this division, I'm going to divide this as well. That's going to give me 24, negative 2. 24 minus negative 2, positive 26. Okay, here's another one. Oh, I do have some groups, so I need to take care of the business inside. 5 minus 14 is negative 9. I'm going to bring down this divide by 3. 2 minus 6 is negative 4. Now division, and then multiplication left to right. Negative 9 divided by 3 is negative 3. Negative 3 times negative 4. Negative times a negative, positive 12. Okay. Okay. A couple things to keep in mind. Grouping symbols may include fraction bars, exponents, square roots, and the absolute value. I showed that at the top of the lesson. Really, that was just to say, look, I've got some more examples. Oh my goodness, this is so ugly. Yep, but one step at a time, guys. Okay, so I'm going to take care of my groups. So I'm going to take care of this. This is an exponent. It's 4 with this as my exponent. But what's 7 minus 5? 2. 4 to the second power. And then I've got 7 here. 5 plus 1, 6. Then 6 minus 9 is negative 3. I'm going to take the absolute value of that business, though. So I did two things at once because I knew that they were separated. I did 4 squared, got 16. I still have 7 times 6. Notice how I rewrote it. Instead of writing the parentheses, I wrote just the dot. Same thing. I'm still going to multiply. Absolute value of negative 3, right? Because the absolute value is looking for the positive value, right? You can't take 3 negative steps anywhere. You could take 3 steps backwards, you'll end up at negative 3, but you're still taking 3 steps. So the absolute value of negative 3 is positive 3. Okay, well, I still need to satisfy this group, so I'm going to multiply. And then I divided. 7 times 6, 42. 42 divided by 3 is 14. 16 plus 14 is 30. Okay. Here's another one. Ooh, these are just ugly. Oh, sorry. Okay. What are we gonna do? One step at a time, that's what we're gonna do. So within this group, I need to do my order of operations. My order of operations is exponents. Within this group, I'm just gonna subtract. Within this group, again, I'm gonna subtract. Oh, I didn't even solve that for you guys. Well, let's do it together. So that's going to give me the square root, 25 minus 9, plus, this is going to be negative 6, divided by the absolute value of negative 2. Oh, shoot, there should be absolute value, my bad. So that's the square root of 16. 25 minus 9. That's going to equal 4. I just know that. But I'm still going to add negative 6 divided by positive 2. Taking the absolute value there. Negative. Now, I need to do my division. Negative 6 divided by 2 is going to be plus negative 3. So my answer here going to be 1. Okay. Again, here's another business with the exponents. Don't be afraid of the exponents. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Okay. 5 raised to the power of the absolute value of 3 minus 5 minus the square root of 4 squared minus 7. Okay. This is going to be 5 squared. 3 minus 5 is negative 2. Absolute value of negative 2 is positive 2. Minus the square root of I'll do it 16 minus 7. That's going to be 25 minus square root of 9. Square root of 9 is 3. 25 minus 3 is 22. Banty-dos. Wow, there's a bright ray of light that just came through. Oh, it looks like a lightsaber. That's so exciting. Lightsaber on my paper. It's a sign that I need to shut the window. Okay. Again, here's another one. Now, this one's not an exponent. It is a fraction. So it's 3 times this big fraction. The absolute value of 1 minus 7 plus 4 divided by 12 plus 1/2. Okay, so that's going to keep, instead of doing 3 and using an x, I'm just going to do 3 and then a dot. The fraction of the absolute value of, what's 1 minus 7? -6. -6 plus 4? -2. Very good. -2. So the absolute value, I'll do my absolute values and kind of go extendo, like, a little bit beyond, so it doesn't look like 11, right? Absolute value of -2 divided by 12 plus 1/2. Absolute value of -2, so it's going to be 3. Wow, I could do this. I could write. So 3 times 2/12 plus 1/2. 3 times 2, right? Because this is 3 over 1, right? 3 times 2 is 6, so 6 over 12 plus 1/2. Well, 6/12 is 1/2 plus 1/2 equals uno. Okay. I'll come back a little bit later, guys, with help on your quiz. If you have any questions, please comment below or send me an email. Love you guys.